Minecraft is a sandbox game created by Marcus Notch Persson in 2009, offering players an endless world where they can explore, survive and build. Minecraft's explosion in popularity was heavily fueled by YouTube, where creators would post videos of let's plays, tutorials and gameplays. These videos showcased the potential that Minecraft had, turning it into a viral phenomenon, especially among a young and impressionable audience. An audience type that would become a game in itself for one man, Marcus Wilton, aka Lionmaker.
You can say the same for me. If I'm in a relationship with a 16-year-old and I'm 28, same age as you, is that fucked up? It's a very, very simple question. You only have to answer yes or no. Your moral compass is completely fucked and you can't answer it.
I have many times had kids in my videos because to participate, to be a part of what we're doing.
All these people, these many people who are in your videos, are now exposing you for something. Another massive coincidence.
Are liars! I see it!
Dear friend, do you remember the time where I stood in front of others and said you were a good person? Yeah!
I see you, motherfucker.
Hey guys, Lionmaker here from Lionmaker Studios, bringing you a brand new hide and seek.
Lionmaker is a Belgian YouTuber who rose to prominence in the early 2010s with his Minecraft content. Minecraft was becoming a major force on YouTube, and Marcus capitalised on the game's popularity by introducing child-friendly content to attract a young audience. He became well known for his enthusiastic style and his creative approach to Minecraft challenges. Lionmaker's channel grew quickly due to his interactive approach, engaging with fans and involving them in videos, which helped him build a strong community around his content. One of these characters in particular, PadgeThePanda, was a regular on the channel, but we'll come back to her later. Collaborations with other Minecraft creators and Minecraft challenge videos only excelled his growth on the platform. He was seen as a positive pillar in the community, and his family-friendly persona only made him more appealing towards children and parents. By 2015 he had amassed over 750,000 subscribers, but behind that exciting and charismatic character, there held a dark secret.
What is up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news.
On the 12th of September 2015, Keemstar uploaded a video interviewing the mother of a 13-year-old girl who had been in contact with Lionmaker. What seemed to be an innocent response to a fan message led to long chats, Skype calls, and eventually Lionmaker asking this 13-year-old girl for nudes. Lionmaker was 27 years old at the time.
Now, how old is your daughter, Susie?
She's 13 years old.
She's 13. So, 27-year-old Minecraft YouTuber that she's a fan of asks your daughter to move the conversation to Skype. What happens next?
And I jump in and say, right, I want to make sure you're you before you speak to my daughter. And he's like, yeah, okay. I think he felt threatened. So he jumped back to whatever the other one's called, Twitter.
Yeah.
Thanks. And then he asked her to send nudes.
Shortly after, Lionmaker came out with a tweet that indicated his computer had been hacked and that it wasn't him that sent the messages. But the timeline seemed to contradict this. He had just Skyped with the girl moments prior. But for one reason or another, this news seemed to fly under the radar in the Minecraft community. Lionmaker's channel would keep growing, and it would take until December 2015 before Lionmaker was exposed to the world. News would unfold, which would reveal one of the worst cases of perversion in YouTube history. 3 months after the incident unfolded on Drama Alert, a conversation between Marcus and a 15-year-old boy by the name of HenryHD would be revealed. Lionmaker would ask the young boy for nudes, and when the boy rejected, Lionmaker insisted, saying other boys of his age had done it too. Lionmaker said it's for his pleasure, and when the boy told him to go and watch some porn, Lionmaker said they don't do teen porn like that. Around the same time, another 15-year-old boy by the name Chinks Royale came out in a now deleted video saying that Lionmaker offered him $500 for nude photographs.
He's like, oh hey, I'll send you some money on PayPal if you send me some nudes. I was like, what the fuck?
When the boy declined, Lionmaker sent him $500 anyway to try and entice the boy into sending the nudes. But this wasn't even the worst of it. Unknown to the rest of the internet, Lionmaker was about to crumble and take down everything he had built in one solitary tweet. At the same time that all of this unfolded, it came out that Lionmaker was in a relationship with a 15-year-old fangirl named PadgeThePanda. Paige would feature regularly in Lionmaker's Let's Play videos, and allegations and speculations would soon follow regarding the contents of their relationship. There was insinuations that the relationship was sexual, and Lionmaker, with respect to the previous allegations, was in possession of lewd and sexually explicit material of Paige. These allegations would shortly be confirmed. As the pressure became insurmountable for Marcus, he snapped. Lionmaker began erratically tweeting about his relationship with Paige, saying Paige was 15 and we've had several sexual encounters over Skype, and Keemstar was right all along, and I'm a pervert and should just kill myself. He then followed up by tweeting sorry, but this is the truth, this is PadgeThePanda, and attached nude photographs of the 15-year-old girl. You're hearing that right. Lionmaker publicly tweeted nude photographs of a 15-year-old girl. In the aftermath, a lot of people seemed to put blame on PadgeThePanda, saying she was old enough to know better and that this is her fault. I just want to remind everybody, she was a 15-year-old girl. I don't think people understand how easily impressionable and underdeveloped a 15-year-old brain is. Not to mention the abuse that she faced off Lionmaker for years on end beforehand. A really sad ending for PadgeThePanda, but for Lionmaker, it was far from over. Shortly after, Lionmaker uploaded a video called Dear Friend, where he had a full-on mental breakdown on camera.
Dear friend, do you remember when you barely knew anyone? Do you remember the times where being part of something was just a hopeful dream? Dear friend, do you remember the time where I stood in front of others and said you were a good person? Dear friend, do you remember when I stood up to people because they wanted nothing to do with you? Dear friend, do you remember how hard things were at times? Do you remember when you wanted to quit your channel and I was there to lift you up and hold you and say it's going to be okay? Dear friend, do you remember me saying as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters to me? Dear friend, where are you? I remember everything. So to answer everyone's question about where my dear friends are at, I wonder too.
But this wouldn't stop Lionmaker from business as usual, and he continued making content even after being outright exposed. Even stranger than this is his sub count seemed to grow during this time, still earning a few hundred subscribers each month. I can't believe a literal paedophile is making more subscribers than me. Subscribe if you don't like paedophiles. But for the first time in his career, Lionmaker was on display for the whole world to see, and it wouldn't take long before people would take notice. Instead, Colossal is crazy.
Your moral compass is completely fucked and you can't answer it.
There's nothing wrong with being a children's entertainer, but there is something a little wrong with trying to fuck them.
You can say the same for me. If I'm in a relationship with a 16-year-old, I'm 28, same age as you. Is that fucked up? It's a very, very simple question. You only have to answer yes or no.
There's something clearly wrong with him, and if you can't quite put your finger on it, consider where his fingers have been, because apparently they've been inside children for the last few years.
All these people, these many people who are in your videos, are now exposing you for something. Another massive coincidence.
And it's not like she's very mature, 16-year-old. She looks about fucking 12. There was even some evidence to suggest that she was younger than that when they first met.
Colossal is Crazy is a British commentary YouTuber, most popular for his Exposé content, and on the same month that the Dear Friend video was released, Colossal is Crazy seemed to immediately hit back with his own interpretation on the subject.
Lionmaker is a 27-year-old man who spent the last few years peddling Minecraft cancer to his 600,000 cubs, all of which have only very recently been potty trained, and if your brain hasn't fully developed yet, there's a good chance you'll probably enjoy his content, and that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with being a children's entertainer, but there is something a little wrong with trying to fuck them. This isn't the only thing against Lionmaker. I mean, he's only selling children's fucking underwear. Yes, his little fucking picture of a lion on a pair of boys' underpants, and if you think about it, it's just pretty fucking sick. It's like you can feel his face is nuzzling up against some little kid's balls. He doesn't even deny she's 16. I mean, there was even some evidence to suggest that she was younger than that when they first met, but at the end of the day, there's at least an 11-year age gap. And it's not like she's very mature, 16-year-old. She looks about fucking 12, and in between playing Minecraft, she's doing little dances to Itsy Bitsy fucking Spider. Despite what it says on her birth certificate, she is both mentally and physically a child. And the way I see it, he's taken advantage of that. He's groomed her, and worse yet, he's treated her like a virtual prostitute.
This would lead on to Lionmaker being desperate to make a response, a decision which would guarantee his downfall. In an attempt to clear his name, he would agree to do an interview with Colossal. This interview lasted 2 hours, and not 1 minute of it was favourable to Lionmaker.
You can say the same for me. If I'm in a relationship with a 16-year-old, I'm 28, same age as you, is that fucked up? It's a very, very simple question. You only have to answer yes or no.
I don't, Colossal, because
I find it interesting that you're dodging that question when it's a very simple question.
I'm not dodging the question.
I don't think you can answer it. I think your moral compass is completely fucked and you can't answer it. That's what I think. You physically cannot answer that question.
It's not
do you
what
deny
happened.
that a picture of this girl, PadgeThePanda's, what should we call it? What do we call this? A rectum was posted on your Twitter account. Let's just state it out how it is. That is a fact.
No, I do not deny that. I do not deny that.
Who posted this picture?
That is something that I cannot say. I do not know. It's impossible for me to start pointing fingers at someone and saying
speculate. Theorize.
No, I can't. Because I'm not like this. This is not what I do. Like, for example, the whole background
it's not
thing.
difficult. It's not a difficult one because PadgeThePanda, she took this picture of herself. She can only send it to X amount of people.
She did not take that picture of herself.
Okay, who took the picture of her?
Look, you're asking me questions that it's not up to me to answer.
It's a fairly simple question. She must have known.
It's not up
this
to
picture
me
was
to
being
answer.
taken of
It's
her.
not
She was
up to me
posing
to
for
answer
it.
those questions because.
Well, I'm sorry, but it is. I'm sorry, but it is because it was on your Twitter account and this is what you're being accused of. So you are asked to answer this question.
Colossal, I have no idea what you're trying to get at.
I am trying to get at.
Because we went from me being a hacker. We went from me being a hacker, being accused of being a hacker.
You keep asking me what I'm getting at, but this is an interview about you. This is called the Lionmaker interview, so everything about you is relevant to this particular interview. Now, you were suing Keemstar, okay? You were suing him for insinuating that you were a paedophile. In some cases, outright calling you a paedophile, in his opinion. Whatever. Now, you have also, at the same time, insinuated that Keemstar hacked you. Okay, double standards here. Except for the fact...
Really? Is it Colossal? Is what Keemstar has done and brought into my life
you have been called... People have tried to expose you as a hacker as well as a paedophile.
What you're trying to
You're very unhappy
pretend
about being exposed as a hacker, and yet you're insinuating that Keemstar is a hacker.
This was the final blow, as on January 20th, 2018, YouTube would remove Lionmaker's channel, and it seemed as though it was all over. Insert PadgeThePanda. She's back now and ready to tell her side of the story. On December 18th, 2018, Lionmaker's former girlfriend, PadgeThePanda, would release a video titled My Experience with Lionmaker. She detailed some meaningful points, like the fact that Marcus spent December 2016 to October 2017 in jail on counts of distribution and possession of child pornography, sexual assault, and rape of a minor.
Did he end up going to jail?
He did, but this was before the whole court thing actually happened. December 2016 till end of September, beginning of October 2017. He was under investigation. We ended up going there twice. First was to set the date, which I can show on screen, the page of, like, not the date, but the telling me about the court, basically. I'll put that on screen.
Yeah.
And then the second time was, like, the trial. In the sense it was just one day, and then I didn't go back to sentencing, but the charges were rape, sexual assault, manufacturing child pornography, distributing child pornography.
She said she couldn't leave the relationship at this time, as every time she wanted to, Lionmaker would make threats against her.
I think it's difficult for any outside person to understand the kind of intensity that was our relationship. There was no chance for me to just be like, I'm done with this, I'm leaving. It's not as simple as just turning your computer off and that being it. This guy was threatening me, threatening to send messages to my family. It just wasn't a healthy relationship that didn't give me the option to leave until we were physically not able to actually get it. Well, he wasn't able to physically get at me while I was in jail, and I was able to kind of realise I needed to get out of that situation.
She also clarified previous allegations, exposing them to be true and the fact that she knew about them, but explained her thought process at the time.
It's one of those things that I just feel that she deserves to have it known out there to the world that it was him. He was drunk. There were multiple people in the call with him that night and he was drunk. I just think it's important that for her to have people know that and for everyone to know so they're not false accusing anyone. It was Marcus that sent that message whilst drunk one night.
It was revealed in court documents that Marcus not only had pictures of Paige, but over 200 other pictures of child pornography on his computer. She revealed that Marcus pled guilty to these crimes, but got a very light sentence in comparison to what he was charged for.
I did win the court case, but I guess it all depends on what you consider to be winning. So he was found guilty of all the charges I mentioned before, but he's got 5 years postponement. If he commits a crime in the next 5 years, or 5 years from the end of the sentencing, he can go to prison for 4 years.
And it seemed as that finally, this was all over. It wasn't. It just keeps going. In January of 2019, Lionmaker returned to YouTube, posting Minecraft videos on an account under the same name. This channel was meant to be a redemption arc, but instead consisted of him having mental breakdowns in every video.
Fuck! Fuck! And I speak to you, Rufus. Rufus, the most neglected of all. The one that parents don't give a fuck. I see you. I see you. I see you, motherfucker. I see you. I see you. I see you. You are here doing what you do, watching me. That's insanity. Watching me lose my shit is insanity. That's how broken you are. This is entertainment. Am I entertaining you? I've never had this many people watching me. In 3 years, I've never had this many people watching me. This is entertainment. Are you entertained? Are you entertained? You're watching me! You are watching me! That's how broken this fucking thing is! I bet you can't say anything fucking smart. The only thing you can do is say insults and just call me names? What? Is that it? Is that it? Is that fucking it? Is that the limit of your fucking brain? Insult? Nonce. Fuck you. Ugh. Is that how brain dead you are? Is that how brain dead you are? Be proud of yourself, you fucking loser. You fucking pathetic piece of shit.
The channel garnered 40,000 subscribers before eventually being terminated in September of 2020. This guy managed to fly under YouTube's radar for almost 2 years before being terminated again. And finally, once and for all, it was all over. Sorry to end that video on a bit of a negative note, but I really hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, there's a YouTube video right here. YouTube says you're going to like it. It's worth a click. Other than that, guys, I really do hope you have a fantastic day, and subscribe for more terrible content.
There are pedophiles in the Minecraft community. There are pedophiles in the Minecraft community. There are pedophiles in the Minecraft community. This guy is a pedophile.